everyone, my name's Kate Kalthoff and welcome to a Stamping to Share video. Last week I showed you how to create these darling little party favors that you make with the diaper fold with just a 6x6 piece of paper. That works perfect with our paper stacks, or you can take a regular 12x12 piece of paper, cut it into fours, and you can make 4 of these little party papers from one 12x12 paper. However, I got to thinking, if you wanted to create a little bit bigger one and make it more of a gift, I decided to show you how to do that today. So I have, this is the one we're going to make. This is made with a 10x10 piece of paper. And then I'm also going to show you at the end of the video one that's made with an 8x8 and a 12x12. And so let's go ahead and get started. And I just want to show you how much more you can fit in this. Of course, there's still lots of room, so you could put some candy in the front. But this particular one, this 10x10 one, fits the It's My Party enamel dots. And then you also have room for a card. And this card is from our note card and envelopes. And when you open it up, I'm going to show you how to make the card too. Here it is. There's something really worth celebrating today, and that would be you. So I am so excited to share this with you. So let's go ahead and get started. I think we're going to do the card first just because it's actually so nice and easy. When you create your 10x10 paper, you're going to have a couple of extra strips like this left over. So we are going to use those strips to work with our card. We're going to cut one of the strips down to a 1x3 3/4 inch panel, and this is going to be put onto our card. So let me show you the card. I've gotten it from the Whisper White note cards and envelopes. This little pack is only $6 and you get 20 cards and 20 envelopes, which is an incredibly good deal. And I think we just forget about it. But here it is, and all you have to do, it's already pre-scored. All you have to do is fold it in half, and then we're going to start decorating it. And then of course this is the little matching envelope. So we're going to take that 1x3 3/4 inch piece of paper, and I'm just going to use a little bit of snail on the back, and we're going to set this in right here, just right along the bottom of this note card. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some washi tape. Now this is from the Everyday Chic washi tape pack. And we're going to use the one that has the cross hatches on it. So I'm just going to take this, and we're just going to take this strip, we're going to set it right along the bottom of this card so that it shows just a little bit on each side and that it comes down from the top. So I'll tear this off, and then I'll use my snips to go ahead and just trim that even with the edges of our card. And now it's time to do a little stamping. So we're going to take the stamp set that is called Remembering Your Birthday. This is on our retiring list, so if you don't get it now, you're not going to get it. But I just want to show it to you so that you have an idea of all the different saying that's on here. And one of the sayings that I like the best is that I remembered and thought, but then I forgot. Happy birthday belated. So that is one that unfortunately I've had to use a few times. But today we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the one that talks about there's something really worth celebrating today. So I am inking that up, and we're just going to ink that up right here. And we're going to stamp it down. And we have that part of our card done. And now as long as we're at it, we might as well do the inside panel. And again, I'm inking it up. And you might notice that I do not have stickers on my stamps. They will actually stick better to your acrylic blocks without the stickers. If you do choose to use the stickers, you might want to use a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue, let that dry, and then use it on your blocks, because the stickers do make it so that it doesn't stick to the acrylics blocks quite as well, and I'm sure you've probably experienced that. So anyway, back to our card. This is what our card looks like. So now we need the balloons. So we're just going to take one of these extra scraps, and we're going to use the balloon bouquet punch. And we're going to flip that around and just do a little punch out. So one of the balloons is just going to be put right here. We're going to make that flush onto our card. And then we're going to take a little piece of black scrap paper and we're going to punch out a little black balloon just to give it a little bit of vibrancy, and then also it will coordinate with this washi tape down here. And as you can see, I'm just going to adhere that with a glue dot. So we'll put this right like that. And then I'm going to take one of my Project Life markers and we're just going to do a little string, just like that. The inside panel also gets a balloon, so we're going to take this little one that we had from before, our other punch out. We're just going to add this in right here. I'm going to again use my Project Life marker and just give that a little bit of a string there. See how cute that is? And now for the finishing touches, we're going to use the It's My Party enamel dots. So this is what they look like before you go in and open up the package. This is what they look like when you have used quite a few of them. So we're just going to scatter a couple of these around, and I like to go ahead and use my paper piercing tool to add these on. And just a few is a perfect way to accent it. So now let's look at the envelope, and what I did is, again, I took some of that scrap paper that's left over, and I'll just show you really quickly how to do this because it's super easy. So you're going to take your snail and you are just going to run this all along the back of your envelope, just on the flap. And then you can set this even with where the crease is. And then all you have to do is take your paper snips and trim along the envelope. And now you have a very cutely decorated flap for your card. So there you go. So that's how we make the card. So here again is what we're going to make with our 10 by 10 piece of paper. So you saw how I used the scraps, so now we're going to learn how to use the actual 10 by 10 piece of paper. So this is from the It's My Party 12 by 12 paper pack. So we're going to have our stripes on the outside, and you just bring it to a triangle and give it a good press, and that is your first fold. Then you're going to take your side flap here from the right, or you can do the left, whatever works the best for you. And you are going to bring this so that you have a nice triangle formed at the top. And then you just press that down. And then you do the same thing. You bring the other side up to meet it and make sure that you bring it in so that it's nice and even. And then again, do a nice press. And if you want to, you can go ahead and use your bone folder and just really get those lines nice and pressed in. And then all that's left to do is to take this top flap, and you're just going to bring this down and again press it in. And so there it is. That is pretty much done. There's just nothing to it. So now let's do a little bit of a ribbon wrap, and this is where it can get a little tricky. We're going to use some black ribbon. And I am going to start, because we have these sides, it's very, with the sides being angled, it's very hard to attach this and without it wanting to slip down. So we're going to do it a little bit different. We're just going to start it here, and then I'm going to tape it because that's going to get covered up with our front piece. And then we can bring it around to the back and bring it up, and again we're going to tape it. And we'll tape this into place. And then all we have to do next is decorate. And so to decorate, I am going to use a piece of scrap, and I'm going to take the stamp from Oh My Goodies. This is another one that's going to be retiring, as well as the deco labels that coordinate with it. So what I did is I'm going to take the Happy Umpteenth Birthday, and on a piece of scrap white, I'm just going to go ahead and we'll ink this up and put this right here. And then we just need to run it through the Big Shot machine. And I've already done that in advance, so let me show you what I did. I took the very smallest deco label, which again, they have this shape, so it coordinates perfect with the Oh My Goodies. And I did run it through the Big Shot machine, so I have that one ready. And then I also ran through the very next size so that we can do a nice layer. And so all we have to do is add our dimensionals. And as you can see, I've used 4 dimensionals. I'm going to put this on somewhere where I can see what I'm doing. Here we go. So we're going to put this right here, and then we're going to add some more dimensionals to the black piece. And flip this over, and now we can put it right onto our little 3D. And there it is. It's done. So now all we have to do is add our card. And of course you can put this in the envelope. I'm just going to stuff it in here. And then you could add any kind of little treat that you want. You could go with candy, or you could go with some stamping supplies, but isn't it darling? I just love it. And I love that it's a little bit bigger, so it fits a little bit more. So let me show you the other sizes that I made. And all of these are made with our 12 by 12 It's My Party Designer Series paper. So here's another one, and this is using an 8 by 8 piece of paper, and I've gone ahead and I've just put some brads in here, but isn't that adorable? And the next one that I did is a 12 by 12 piece of paper, so you can see how much bigger that is yet than the 10 by 10, and how very much bigger it is than the 8 by 8. And when you compare it to the original little one that I did last week, it's just, this is just a little baby compared to this big daddy here. So it's really fun, and of course I can get a lot more in there. A full-size card, I can add some wonderful stamping embellishments, and it's just a really fun gift package that you can give away. Now if you're wondering how I did this ribbon, because there is these tilty sides, again, I just put it on and I taped it around the back, and that's all there was to it to get that ribbon to get established. And so it's just so much fun to decorate. So here is, again, the 12 by 12, the 10 by 10, the 8 by 8, and the little 6 by 6. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial today. It's been a lot of fun sharing with you how to do different sizes of diaper folds, and it was also fun to show you how to make this really quick, cute little card from our note card and envelope sets. So have a great day, and thank you again for stopping by. If you need a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, be sure to visit my blog at www.stampingtoshare.com, and be sure to get your products before they retire from our retiring list. Have a great day. Bye-bye.